I'm Liz.
And this is
Dancing in the Kitchen.
Welcome back. In this segment, we are going to talk about something unusual.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The diaper genie? What's that doing here?
No, this is my friend, the Lomi.
Oh.
It's actually a home composter.
Nice. You know, I've always wanted to compost, like legit.
And there are different ways to do it.
Okay.
So the Lomi is really useful because it's great for urban gardeners. So people who live in high density areas, apartments, etc. Clearly this is quite small. And what this little magical device does is it takes your food waste and in about 24 hours, it converts it into material that is ready to go into your garden. It's not quite entirely ready in terms of being like soil, but it's really great compost that adds nutrients to the soil, and so you can bury it and dig it around and kind of mix it around, and it will add a lot of nutrients to the soil, which then results in better produce that has more nutrients in it.
Question, can you use that for like houseplants? Like soiling like houseplants?
Definitely can.
You can, okay.
Yeah, and you want to be careful because you've got to have the right ratio of soil to like the compost mixture.
Okay.
So you can put a little bit in the house plants, but you wouldn't like plant your plants directly in it.
Right,
It's got to be a mix.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then there's other types of composting, including worm composting. I believe that's called vermicomposting, as in vermin.
Okay.
There's also anaerobic composting, where you put all the food kind of in a pile, and the bacteria in there is what breaks the compost down over time.
Like aerobic, like getting a workout, like?
Anaerobic as in without oxygen. That's why it has to be buried in a pile.
Got it, thank you.
Yeah, and additionally, people have like composting bins that they turn periodically.
I've seen those.
In the garden. So there's lots of different ways to do this. And with each type of composting, there's things that you can and can't put in there. So when we're done preparing our recipe today, we're going to take some of our leftovers and put it into the composter to create some healthy compost for our garden.
Fantastic. And then you'll tell us what we can and cannot put in?
Exactly.
Great. So Ashley, can you tell me a couple of health benefits, mental health benefits of using a composter?
Absolutely. So there are kind of multiple reasons why composting is beneficial, both for ourselves and for our environment.
Okay.
Have you ever heard the saying, don't poo in your own backyard, don't poo where you eat?
Yes, maybe a little bit more explicitly, but yes, I have.
And obviously we're using this figuratively because you would never do that.
No, because it's like a boomerang effect, right? It's like anything that you put out kind of can come back to you. So.
Right. So if we're creating excessive waste, food waste that goes into landfills is actually one of the biggest contributors to methane gas, which is a greenhouse gas and increases global warming. So there's a big reason right there. You know, existential threat. It's hard to be mentally healthy. There's like climate anxiety these days. So things that we can proactively do. And I like to think that in the grand scheme of things, it does make a difference.
Yeah.
But let's just say, even if it's like performative, being able to take action instead of feeling helpless is a really empowering thing. So composting is something you can directly do that reduces waste, that helps keep toxins and waste out of the environment. And like you said, with a boomerang effect, any toxins or waste that we're putting into our environment, it's like living in a cluttered house, right? Like what does that do for your headspace? So we want to take care of our environment because the environment is a really big factor in our mental health and how well we are.
And it all will affect us anyways, right? So you can think that it's on a small scale, but everything really added up will affect everyone eventually. So yeah, this is a small thing that you can do to help reduce.
Right, and if everybody just does a small thing, that adds up to exponential results. Absolutely, yeah. And that brings us to our delicious recipe today.
Yay.
And today we are making our own homemade
pita chips, which is personally the only chips I eat, so.
Yeah, and these are really great because you have so much more control over what goes into them than what you get from like a processed bag of chips at the store.
Exactly.
So we've got here whole wheat organic pita bread. And I don't know if you've ever looked, but if you go to the store and look at the different pita chip brands, you will pretty much never find organic whole wheat pita chips. And even if you did, they probably wouldn't be using the healthiest oils.
Right.
So here we've got the organic wheat, which hopefully is avoiding those GMOs and specifically like the Roundup and the weed killer that they spray on crops. And we've also got olive oil, which is a healthier oil choice. than some of the processed and refined oils that they use in packaged foods.
Great.
And lastly, we've got here one of my favorite hummus brands. This is Cedar's Organic Hummus. I've got a roasted red pepper and a original hummus. And I love Cedar's just because, again, it's organic and they use simple ingredients. There are very few things on this label that you wouldn't recognize. So what I love about this is that it's filled with good ingredients, very simple, nothing extra. And it's basically just garbanzo beans, oil, and obviously like the red pepper or any sort of seasonings or flavors. So that's that.
Awesome.
And that brings us to our music. This is another one of yours.
It is.
It is. It's not killing it because we use
No, it is killing it. Oh, it is killing it. Good one. Thank you. So this is a song called Killing It. Yeah, and it's one of my favorites. I wrote it with a group of people, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, we playing a new game. Roll the dice, battle nice. Close the tables, they're turning. Pay the price, now it's time. Don't be mad, cause we're killing it.
Okay, so we're gonna cut our pita into either, 6 or 8, maybe? See how far we get here. Perfect. And put them on this nice parchment lined paper tray and get these going. We're going to spray our newly cut pita with some olive oil generously. Voila.
All right, so now I'm gonna put some onion granules. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. And of course, we want to have a little sea salt. And then we're going to take our fresh herbs. We have parsley. And we're just going to finely chop. So this is something I like to make at home. My kids love these pita chips. And you know, this is a really fun and easy recipe for the most part. You can have your kids help you. So getting the pita all laid out, spraying it with oil, and then once we've got this yummy little topping mixture, then kids can sprinkle it on. And then they feel like they're part of it. And I find that with my kids, they tend to be more excited about eating things when they've been involved in helping to cook them. So I'm going to add this parsley to our spice mix. So now we're getting some rosemary. We're gonna do the same thing here, just finely chopping it. And I really love rosemary and just how aromatic it is, especially when it's cooked and it gets a little crispy. And then I'm gonna just kind of stir our spice mixture. Everything's kind of evenly distributed.
We killing it. We killing it.
And you can be as generous as you want or not. It's up to you kind of how flavorful you like them.
Don't be mad, cause we killing it. At the top of the world, never stop me and my girls. Ain't no sleep in the city, working hard for the money. Make a bond, keep it classy. In the dark, looking flashy. Feeling good in the mirror.
All right, so we're here with our Lomi, and I just want to show you kind of what you can put into it, talk a little bit about what you can't, and show you how it works. So this is my Lomi that we've had at home with my family, and we have loved it. My kids have loved it, and it's been a really fun way for my kids to learn about composting and reducing food waste, and they also love to be involved. So it has this lid on it, and you just take it off, and then it's got this bin inside it that just comes out like that. And we're gonna take some of these food scraps here from the show. So the Lomi has 3 different modes. It's got Eco Express, Grow Mode, and then Lomi Approved. And they each run a different amount of time. So Eco Express is the quickest, and you can use what comes out of the Lomi to put into your plants and fertilize them from the Eco Express mode, but you have to be mindful about what you put in. Grow mode is the longest mode. It's the one my family would usually use. It lasts about 24 hours and it breaks the contents down most completely. And then lastly, the Lomi approved mode can actually break down certain bioplastics that are Lomi approved, as well as some paper products as well. So that's pretty cool. What can go into the Lomi pretty much always is coffee grounds, eggs and eggshells, fruit scraps, leafy greens, legumes, oats, soft peels, plant trimmings and flowers, popped popcorn kernels, seafood, loose leaf tea, tofu, vegetable scraps, and yard trimmings. Now, there are other things you can put into the Lomi that you can't always put into other types of compost. So it's different between vermicomposting and the anaerobic composting, like the hot pile composting that someone might do in their yard. So whatever type of composting you choose to do at home, you're gonna wanna really research and make sure you understand what to put in and putting in the right amounts because the ratios matter. What you can put into Lomi but that you'll wanna be sparing with is cooked foods and leftovers, non-dairy dips, fish bones, which I personally am surprised by because a lot of the time you can't compost bones at all, but you can compost fish bones in the Lomi, fruit purees, grains, granola, meat scraps, again, something that you can't always compost, and some nuts and seeds. There are also some things that you cannot and should never put in your Lomi, which includes hard bones, butter and cooking oils, conifer branches, so like pine trees, hardwood, cooked potatoes, fruit pits. So here we've got an avocado pit, that cannot go in. Human or animal waste, they have to say these things to people. Hygiene products, liquids, plastic-lined bags, non-organic materials, nut shells, thick ones, and especially walnut shells are actually toxic to your garden, so if you try to use them as compost, that will backfire. Popcorn kernels unpopped, and styrofoam. Those are some things to know, but again, if you were to get a device like this, you'd want to familiarize yourself, and there's a bit of a learning curve to it, but it's worth it. So we're just going to take our food waste here. We've got an avocado shell, we've got a couple egg shells. These add calcium to soil, which is really nutritious for your garden. And then we've got just a variety of fruit peels and leafy greens. So we're going to add all that in here. There we go. And then the other thing you'll want to know is that if you're creating compost for your garden, then you're going to want to weigh more heavily on coffee grounds, eggshells, fruit and vegetable peels, and less so toward meats and things like that. Part of the reason for this is bugs. And another thing to know is that you're going to want to distribute the Lomi compost soil throughout your garden. If you just always bury it in one spot, then it might attract black soldier fly larvae. And what we would actually do is we would bury our Lomi compost and mix it into the dirt, and we had worms in the dirt that would help break it down the rest of the way. So it's just a really cool way to get kids familiar with the cycles of nature. And once we put our ingredients in here, our food waste, there's a little tablet that contains almost like probiotics, and you put that in with like a little bit of water, depending on how moist the food waste is or isn't. You take your lid, you put it on, like so, and then you press the button here in front and select the mode that you want. And if we were doing grow mode, this would run for about 24 hours. And we would let it do its magic. Now before I go, I just want to show you one more thing about the Lomi, which is that it has this filter on the back. It uses carbon so that it reduces and pretty much neutralizes any odor, which is definitely something that would be a concern for someone who's trying to compost in a smaller dwelling. So Lomi has 2 carbon filters, and it's very good about controlling odor from composting as well. All right, I'm gonna let this baby do its magic, and I will see you soon. All right, let's see what we got. So we're just gonna take the little bucket out like this, and I'm gonna pour it into this bowl here so you can see. And as you can see, we've got our compost material here, and it's not quite fully finished, complete soil, which is why you'd want to mix it into your garden soil to add nutrients and to further break down. But it's very nutritious for your plants. It will add nutrients to the food that you grow in your garden, and we're going to take it out into the garden and do exactly that. All right, those were some crunchy and delicious homemade whole wheat organic pita chips.
Yes, my favorite, and the only chips I eat. So amazing.
Liz
Love
is
that they
very
were so
satisfied.
simple. Yes, yes. I don't quite have food coma, but this one might.
She might, yeah. Well, that's a good thing. So go ahead and like and subscribe. If you do like our show, please show your support. And you can also show your support by
Buying us a coffee below. Everything helps to support the show. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and if you'd like to purchase our merch, you can do that. All the links are provided. You can also find the links to the music for the show in the show description. We look forward to seeing you back here next time on
Dancing in the kitchen.
We're killing it.